What's up everyone, Master Fox here today. And so there was just a leak about the last Burning Abyss support coming out in Crossover Souls. So I just wanted to take a look at them and see what Burning Abyss has in store for the rest of this format and the future coming. Because this looks like it's going to be the last support for Burning Abyss for at least a long time. Because this is a TCG exclusive archetype and I don't see any more support coming, at least in the near future. They'll probably get some legacy support down the line. So the first of the support cards is Barbar, Malbranch of the Burning Abyss. He has a standard Burning Abyss stuff, 1700 attack and 1000 defense. And his unique effect is, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target up to 3 Burning Abyss cards in your graveyard, except Barbar, Malbranch of the Burning Abyss. Banish them, and if you do, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each. So this card gives you some weird burn utility. I see maybe Burning Abyss using a single copy of this just for that possible game ender, but it's not really that useful. It gives you a nice burn effect, but it doesn't really solve the problems that Burning Abyss has. So let's take a look at the next one. Dragig, Malbranch of the Burning Abyss. He has 1100 attack and 900 defense. His unique effect is, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can choose one Burning Abyss card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. So he offers actually some nice utility for the deck. I can see him being run at 1 or even 2 maybe in like the ritual version of Burning Abyss, because he allows you to search for cards like Fire Lake and the ritual spell card, as well as any other of the Burning Abyss monsters obviously. And even though it requires you to wait a turn, sometimes setting up your draw is really important, and so I could definitely see him being useful. And then next we have the fusion card for Burning Abyss, the Terminus of the Burning Abyss. So it's a normal spell card, and its effect is fusion, summon 1 Burning Abyss fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or your side of the field as fusion materials. During your main phase, except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Burning Abyss monster on the field. It gains 800 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's next turn. So this card is just a standard polymerization. It doesn't have any Miracle Fusion or Shaddoll Fusion like effects, which makes it a little bit less powerful than if it did. But I think that's fine. Burning Abyss are already a powerful deck, and giving them a Shaddoll Fusion or a Miracle Fusion would probably end up breaking them. And the second effect is actually pretty useful because it allows you to gain 800 in attack defense. So you can give this to Dante and he goes up to 3300 and allows him to run over annoying things like Leo and Yazi. It doesn't quite out towers, but it's still a really useful effect for Burning Abyss, and it gives them that added versatility. The fusion card is actually pretty good. I have some mixed feelings about it, but overall I think it will be run at least at 1 in the extra deck. So the fusion card is Dante, Pilgrim of the Burning Abyss. I'm really disappointed that this wasn't Beatrice and it's just another version of Dante. I don't really see why they just made another Dante when they could have used Beatrice for it, but I kind of digressing. At least the artwork looks pretty cool. So he is a light level 9 fusion fairy effect monster. He has 2800 attack and 2500 defense. So right there, that's pretty good. He broke the 2500 attack threshold for Burning Abyss. And he requires 3 Burning Abyss monsters with different names to be fusion summoned. Okay, that's not too bad. And then he must be fusion summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. So you're not going to be able to recover this guy with Seer. He cannot be targeted by an opponent's card effects. And once per turn, during either player's turn, you can send 1 Burning Abyss card from your hand to the graveyard, then draw 1 card. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or if this card you control is sent to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. So the first effect, at first I thought about it, and I was like, this isn't that useful because you're just pitching a card to draw a card. But then I realized that since it's on either player's turn, you can use it with Alec or things like Farfa to have a spot banishing or spot effect negation, which is actually really good. So I think this card overall is pretty decent. The only problem with it is it requires 3 Burning Abyss monsters with different names, so it's kind of difficult to summon. It basically requires you to have 4 specific cards in hand. You need the fusion card and then 3 Burning Abyss monsters. It could be on your side of the field as well, but they all have to have different names. So it's essentially 4 cards that you need at the same time to be able to get this guy out. But he is pretty good overall. he still has a advantage gaining effect when he's sent to the graveyard. Although he's not gaining you advantage, he's just kind of taking away advantage from your opponent. But he'll be an interesting card in the Burning Abyss mirror because essentially I feel like whoever gets him out first will win. So these are just some of my thoughts about the last of the Burning Abyss support. Please tell me what you guys think about it in the comments section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And that's it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.